So I think one important thing is just thinking outside of the box, and you can create your own date night at home. So I know we talked about putting the kids to bed early. Like, we've had dinner by candlelight before after the kids are going to bed. That's cute. We haven't done that in a while.
I was going to say, when did we do that?
It's been a minute.
Okay.
Like,
It's been longer than a minute.
Long time?
I don't recall. That was that time. But you don't want to talk about it. I thought we were being transparent, open, honest, and Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Phillip and Krystin back again with another episode of Naptime and Nuptials, where it all goes down when the kids go down.
Yay. I'm excited to be here today.
Are you excited to be here today?
Absolutely.
But you kind of have to be here. We wouldn't be doing this without you.
I'm excited still.
Okay.
Yeah.
You said you were excited like you were coming into something like new that you didn't really realize that wasn't available to you or something.
No, I can be excited.
I didn't say you. Okay. So what we got going on, because I don't want to get down that rabbit hole.
Okay. So if you're here, I imagine that you're like us and you are just trying to have the best possible marriage that you can, right? Are you trying to have the best possible marriage you can, Phillip?
Yeah, having a marriage.
Absolutely. So we know we're busy parents, just like you guys. We got kids, we got jobs, we got all that stuff. And so we know that...
Are all parents assumed to be busy? Or did you?
I think by nature of kids, pretty busy.
Cool.
Anyway, so we're all busy, and I know like there's this topic, a hot topic is like a weekly date night. I know a lot of people swear by weekly date night.
Yeah.
And they think a weekly date night is like a necessity.
Yeah.
But in this season of life, it's just not a reality for us, and I know that it might not be a reality for some of you guys.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean that you can't connect with your spouse.
Yeah. So I think like the principle is probably what should be the guiding factor and not necessarily the tactic. Mm-hmm. The principle should be regular connection.
Yeah.
But my thing is I don't try not to give people too many tactics because I don't want you to feel like you're failing if you can't hit that tactic or meet that mark like exactly every single time.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so we don't always have a weekly babysitter. Speaking of that, like Phillip, I feel like when we were kids.
I mean, if you want to talk about babysitters, like let's do it. Because these babysitters ain't babysitting like they used to babysit.
No, it's because we got Mimis and Pop Pops.
Like what happened to grandmama,
No.
grandmother?
No. We got grandmas,
granddaddy, big mama. Big mama, and then big mama ain't drive. She ain't go nowhere.
So she was always at home.
These new, they be gone. Where are you at? Sir, ma'am?
I'm calling out our parents because Phillip and I, both of our dads are retired, but they are the busiest retired people we have ever encountered. Like,
people.
Where are y'all?
What do y'all do? What are you doing?
So, y'all, we understand we don't always have a weekly set date night, but we always make it a priority to connect. So today, we are going to talk about a couple of ways that you can connect with your spouse without having an actual date night outside the house.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
No babysitter, no problem.
No babysitter, no problem. This is the way you can connect. Okay.
This is my weekend started.
Number one, I like it.
Okay.
So cute. Do little fingers with it. I think that make it perfect.
You went way too far. That was a line, and you went over it.
So the first thing, and this is probably if I have to give new parents one piece of advice, this is what I'm gonna say: put those kids to bed, y'all. Why are your kids up with you at 10 o'clock at night?
Oh, no, that is wild. I'm trying to not be up at 10.
So I can't tell you what to do, but let me tell y'all, this changed the game for us. We put our kids in bed by 7:30 max. If they are up at 8, people are climbing the walls. Everybody's flustered trying to get to the bed because when we put the kids to bed, that leaves me and Phillip literal hours where we get to connect with each other. And it might as well be a date night. What you think, babe?
Yeah, some nights are more datey than others. I can agree with that statement.
Yeah. And honestly, I feel like everybody feels better when our kids go to bed at a decent hour. I know for sure when they go to bed consistently at 7:30, they sleep better.
Yeah.
And just being honest, like keeping them up late doesn't buy them any more sleep in the morning.
You're right about that because it don't matter.
We have one child that's a 5:58.
Still coming around.
He's a 5:58 riser, and it doesn't matter if he went to bed at 7
or midnight.
Still,
that internal clock is something vicious.
That just tells me that
why don't children like
well
sleep?
I
don't
7.
understand it because like now I'm like, man, I'm looking for ways to find sleep.
I'm sure you didn't like sleep as a child. I know I wasn't a sleeper.
I don't know. I had that with my mom. She might not talk to me after she sees this episode though.
I feel like they think that they're missing out, but listen, they're not missing out on a thing. Put them to bed. I tell all my new parent friends this: if you can get your kids on a consistent bedtime, like it just changes the game for you.
One thing I will say, not really a caveat, but we understand that our children are here with us all day. And so there are parents out there who are working and they don't get the kids. They don't get home to the kids until 6 or so. So maybe 7:30 isn't your time, but not 10. Not 10.
I don't think anybody needs 10.
Not 10. No. Because I mean, the kids you put them in the bed at 10, you just automatically like falling over, you know.
Yeah. So you leave yourself time like if the kids go to bed at 7 or 7:30 and we don't go to bed till 10:30, for example, which usually we are up way later than that. But our ideal bedtime is like 10:30. Put our
business out in the
us
in the YouTube sphere.
This is transparency. Let's talk about it.
Oh, okay. Let's talk about it then.
So
remember you said that.
That buys us like 3 hours where we can watch a movie, like we can sit and talk, like something.
Yeah, she be talking
and spend some time together.
Like that for real.
Sometimes even we'll put the kids to bed early and then we'll have dinner after they go to bed. We've done that a couple of times and that's always nice.
Yeah.
Just a meal, just us, where we get to just enjoy it in the quiet.
And you know, you always don't be lying, but you know you're always looking for ways to sneak meals with your kids because you be like, I don't really want to go get that. I want it, but I don't want to go get it because I don't want to get nobody. I don't want to get nobody else none.
Yes.
So this is the way that you can do that. Like you want to have a nice dessert or maybe a nice dinner, DoorDash it and get them like, hey, don't ring my doorbell, just leave it on the steps. And you can have you a nice dessert after the kids go to bed.
Yeah, and you just sit and talk.
Yeah, and talk.
It's cute.
It can be cute.
So put those kids to bed. If you're looking for a way to connect with your spouse without having a babysitter, without leaving the house for a weekly date night, maybe even if you do it once a week, make it exciting. I read this book once, and this mom said that she had once a week they did hot dog night, and she's like she hyped her kids up for it all day. Like in the morning, she'd be like, "It's hot dog night tonight." The kids like, "Yeah, it's hot dog night." And she said as soon as the sun got close to setting, which was like 5, she would fix them hot dogs. Bathe them, have them in the bed before dark, and they were just so excited for the day they never even complained. And she's like, she and her husband had hours after they went to bed once a week.
Man, this goes off. This is a little tangent, but children, we make it difficult.
Yeah, we make it a lot harder on ourselves.
Hot dogs,
hot dog night once a week.
Hot dogs,
hot dog night once a week. We should do that.
Hot dogs.
Because we don't do anything exciting. We're like, hey, look at the clock. It's 7.
They're running to the bed for hot dogs. Man.
We should make that, do something fun that they love to eat once a week and make it really exciting and then put them in bed at 5:45.
We do that. We do it kind of like pizza night, every other week or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's a lot more intensive than hot dogs. You can throw those hot dogs in the air fryer. And this is not an air fryer commercial, but hey, if you ain't got one, throw them hot dogs in the air fryer.
Oh, yeah.
Throw them in it. I did no work.
That's true. So yeah, put them to bed.
Hot dogs.
And then you have time to connect. You can just make it your thing, your time. Yeah. You got to spend time together.
Yeah. I like that. So what's number 2? That was number 1, which was putting the kids in it. Put dumb kids to bed. I know it's those. Put those children in bed. Put them to bed.
So,
and your mama and them will call you. Why you putting them kids in the bed so early? But you ain't watching them.
Our parents always talk about how early we put our kids in bed.
Well, let them sleep. They ain't bothering nobody. Okay?
Yeah. Okay, so number 2 is to learn to appreciate the small things. I think too often we get caught up in like Phillip said, like constructs and making sure things look a certain way.
I said constructs? I didn't.
No.
Oh, okay.
I did.
You added that word.
I added it in. It's
Okay.
what you said.
Didn't
but
sound
you
like a
didn't
word
say.
that I would use in that context, but hey, just wanted to
So I think we just get caught up in that sometimes. Like things have to look a certain way. Like we have to leave the house. We have to get dressed up. We have to go to a fancy restaurant. And that's just not, it doesn't have to be that way. You can find small ways to connect. So like, let's say you guys are watching a movie with your kids. Maybe you and your spouse can hold hands during the movie or something. Like, smack her on the butt when she walks by to the stove. Give her a little kiss.
Or better yet, don't smack her on the butt when she's expecting it. Gives you the power. You didn't hear that from me.
No.
But yeah, give them a little affection, a little touchy touch. You know, don't start now. You ain't gonna finish though. I'm gonna throw that out there. But,
whatever.
I'm just saying.
You can start whatever you want.
No,
but no.
If you're not gonna finish it, you shouldn't start.
Non-sexual touch.
Isn't all touch sexual?
No. Absolutely not.
Pretty sure that it is.
Absolutely not.
All touch between husband and wife is sexual.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. God gets glory through sexual touch.
Oh my gosh. No. Non-sexual touch is also important.
I don't know. I think that's a thing that you guys made up.
Who is you guys?
The women. Fuck.
Well, we're always right. So
They want non-sexual touch and then Song of Solomon. We're on a tangent. We're off on a tangent. But
we absolutely are.
Where show me in pull it up. Show me in Song of Solomon where they was non-sexual touching.
No.
Show me.
I will not.
Okay, because it's not there.
No,
My point is
take
proven.
take those moments to connect. I feel like it just keeps you guys like in touch and in tune, or and you realizing like hey, you're still sexy.
Yeah, or even if it doesn't necessarily have to be like this big huge thing.
Yeah.
You know, even if you're taking a drive, we take drives a lot. And like if it's around nap time during the day and we know that they're not going to actually take a nap that day, we'll ride around till they fall asleep in the back and we'll like look at houses and, you know, drive through neighborhoods and talk and dream and whatnot. So, I mean, it's just finding, just asking God for an awareness of what you do have already and then using
instead
that.
of what you don't have.
Yeah,
so.
don't focus on what you don't have. Focus on what you do have.
And I think it's too just recognizing that the season that you're in, like for us, because our kids are so small and then our oldest is busy with sports and all her stuff. I think we've just had to adapt to the situations because I'm sure that we will have a weekly date night season. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that we'll have it. We used to have it. Like, I know it's coming again. Mm-hmm. But instead of me waiting for 10, 15 years when all of our kids are grown and out of the house to have that, we can just create our own moments now. Yeah. I think too many people wait and like, oh, we can do that when our kids are big. But like, I don't want to get to in 15 years when me and Phillip are here alone and I'm like, dang, I don't even know how to date him. Like, we got to learn how to date each other all over again. There's already enough learning that comes with marriage and parenting. Like, let's not add one more thing. We want to just continue to connect. And so that's what we're encouraging you guys to do. Like, don't see what you don't have. Mm-hmm. See what you do have. I would say that that's probably the biggest thing. Because we all have
way more opportunities than we think we do.
Absolutely.
If we just opened our eyes to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And our last thing, we're going to stop with, so I think one important thing is just thinking outside of the box, and you can create your own date night at home. So I know we talked about putting the kids to bed early. Like, we've had dinner by candlelight before after the kids are going to bed. That's cute. We haven't done that in a while.
I was going to say, when did we do that?
It's been a minute.
Okay.
Like,
it's been longer than a minute.
Long time?
I don't recall. That was that time. But you don't want to talk about it. I thought we were being transparent, open, honest, and transparent.
To a fault.
I'm sorry. There were things that happened after that like little people that came after this last little thing.
Anyway, so put them to bed early. I saw the cutest. I'm going to find the link and I'm going to share it.
Oh, go ahead. I was like, they're like date boxes and stuff where you
Yeah,
really don't
we've
even
done
have to
those.
do a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
Like, you can just order the date box.
I think the one we did was literally called Date Box.
I think it is called Date Box.
I'll look and I'll put a link below.
Yeah, we can look up and drop some links below. But yeah, I mean, you can do things like that and just, even if, and another thing I think, for a lot of people is, especially when it's the beginning, well, really when you're getting started in marriage and you're trying to figure out like finances and all that stuff, a lot of people don't go on date nights because they really don't have it. Just to be honest, like even if you do have the babysitter, you do have the time. Yeah. Like you can make it to where it's okay to have a date in your home, even if you're being financially responsible.
You don't have to go to Ruth's Chris and spend $120 to say you did something. Yeah. Like what?
I like chicken fingers, so we'll go get chicken fingers.
We've even done like, this isn't a date night, but we've like gotten kava to go or something to go and eaten that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to find the link to this because this is one of the cutest at-home date nights I've ever seen. It's from my friend Jasmine. Her page is called One Fly Mama on Instagram. But she shares like really cool like celebrations and parties and stuff. And she and her husband did an at-home movie night, like a drive-in movie night in their garage, in their car. So she like popped the trunk to their truck. And they did blankets, and she had like all their snacks and stuff. And they like watched a movie on their laptop. Just something different. How cute is that? Like, I want to do that right now.
It's so cute. It's so cute.
It's so cute. But anyway, so all I'm saying is it cost them no money.
Yeah.
They used what they had. They went downstairs. They didn't have to find a babysitter or do anything special.
Yeah.
I think we sometimes make it too hard on ourselves when we have what we need right in front of us sometimes.
Yeah.
So I just think it's just another level of like creativity that it takes. So
I agree.
Yeah.
The dating each other in marriage, I don't know if we always make it a priority enough because we just assume. It goes back to the conversation that we had in another episode about procrastination. We just always assume that your spouse is going to be there. So we need to, let's stop making that assumption today and just, make sure that we are working to serve the other person. And even if it's for me, even if it's like Krystin brings me something back from the store, which I like stuff from the store, like ice cream and juice and stuff. Or when I go to, Krystin loves juice, so I always bring her juice back from the store. Like, that can be a nice
the whole bottle.
A nice little thought. Yes, and that's frustrating. But a nice little, quick little date, like, or something I'm thinking about you, or just making them feel special. So, we don't have to make it hard.
I think too, like, it's just recognizing, and we've had seasons where we felt like we weren't really connected, and it all boils back down to like truly not connecting. So I think you also have to just have, like you said earlier, an awareness of the season of life that you're in, and being aware that like our circumstances could make it so easy to not connect.
Yeah.
We got to work that much harder to make sure that we are connecting, because that's us. Like,
if you set the intention, then that's really the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Like, so if you're intentional, even if you're intentional to talk like 5 minutes a day, if that's all you have, like that is way more connection than not talking for a week.
Yeah. And like talking face to face, because I mean,
without your phone,
without our phones, that's a big one for Phillip. But also, like, if you think about how our world is wired these days, like we have social media, everything's through a phone or a text message. You literally have to you could never make a phone call at this point and still make it just fine. Yeah. And also, like,
I don't like making phone calls.
People work remote and they like talk to everybody through a screen. That intentional moment, those intentional moments with your spouse can mean so much more than they probably would have in the past. Yeah. So I think it's really important to make sure that you guys are just being intentional and like connecting face to face, like eye to eye, and just getting those moments in wherever you can. Yeah. So I want to encourage other people, because I know we've gotten caught up in the rut, of we haven't been out on a date in forever, and though I love getting dressed up and going out to dinner or to do something fun with Phillip.
You like dinner?
I do. I love going out to eat.
You love dinner.
I love food.
You like going in to eat.
I do, and it's not always a reality at the moment. So it doesn't. I don't have to wait for those moments for us to feel like, oh, we're like doing something, we're connecting. Like, you can do it right at home, right where you are. Yep.
No. So, what are some of the ways that you guys connect outside of like the normal date night, weekly date night? What are some creative ways that you come up with? Drop those in the comments for us. We would love to hear and try some of them.
Yeah, and somebody else, I'm sure, is watching this and they're like, you know what, I need some fresh ideas. Yeah. So let's help each other. We can put them in the comments below.
That what'd you say that movie in the car situation?
It's the cutest. I'm definitely gonna leak it.
That was so cute. Like it was very.
It was so adorable. Yeah. It was adorable.
Don't ask me if things are cute again in public. It's not cool.
Is that cute?
No.
Oh my gosh, it's so cute.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. But no, like, so drop some of those in the comments. We're so glad that you guys tapped in with us today. Yeah. If you enjoy the content, as always, give us a like, subscribe, comment.
All the YouTube things.
All the YouTube stuff. It helps out the channel and helps us in the algorithm to get this message out to more people.
It does.
So, anything else, Mom?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
Let's go have a date night.
Right now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. See, non-sexual touch. You over here. See, the eyes.
What?
The eyes. Like, oh, let's go have a date night. Your eyes all funky.
Mm-mm. It's because I don't have my glasses on.
Oh, okay. My bad. See, we should talk about expectations because
you thought it was a smize, it really was a square.
Let's just take it. I'm gonna take it as a smize, and that's the open door. You opened the door. But no, anyway, we're on for the tangent again. But no, thank you guys for tapping in with us. We're Phillip and Krystin again from Naptime and Nuptials, where it all goes down when the kids go down. We'll see you guys next time. We out. Peace.